Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have come up with the new explanation and summary related to English grade 9 Beehive book, and the chapter which I am going to summarize today is The Sound of Music. So before starting, let's discuss about the name of the chapter. The title, the name itself is very interesting. And in this chapter, we are going to discuss about two music maestros. Number one, Evelyn Glennie. Number two, Bismillah Khan. So here the author says Evelyn Glennie listened to sound without hearing it. Now we all wonder, we are confused. How can you listen to sound when you can't hear? So this is something we will discover in this story. That how Evelyn Glennie was able to listen to sound although she could not hear. Now before we proceed with the chapter, let's discuss something about Evelyn. Someone has commented this about Evelyn, that he says, although God took away her hearing power, she was impaired, but He gave her an extraordinary thing, and that was the sense of feeling. She could feel very deeply, far more deeply than the normal people. And that is why she was able to express music so beautifully, so well. She is a well-known multi-percussionist. She plays different instruments like xylophone and drums. From here we come to know the theme of the story and the message we get from the story. The story of Evelyn Glennie is a motivational story. It inspires all of us to overcome our physical disabilities and achieve our dreams and goals just like Evelyn did. So now let's proceed for the summary. Little girl Evelyn at Royal Academy of Music. Rush hour crowds pushed for place on the underground train platform. A little girl of about 17 was nervous for the coming train. It was her first day at famous Royal Academy of Music in London. She was deaf, so she was facing a bigger challenge in life. Evelyn Glennie was from Scotland. She lost her hearing gradually. Her mother saw it when Evelyn was 8 years old. Evelyn did this growing weakness from her friends and teachers. By 11, her marks lessened. The headmistress told her mother to take her to a specialist. It was known that her hearing loss was due to gradual nerve damage. She was advised to wear a hearing aid. But Evelyn was determined to lead a normal life. She wanted to pursue her interest in music. One day, she saw a girl playing xylophone. She too decided to play it. Ron Forbes recognized Evelyn's talent in it. He told her to listen it not through your ears, but sense it some other way. Evelyn said that suddenly she could feel the higher and lower drum differently. She could also sense certain notes in different parts of her body. She could open her mind and body to different sounds. She never looked back. She toured the United Kingdom with the youth orchestra. She had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music in London by playing the xylophone. There she scored the highest in its history. She moved from orchestral work to solo performances. After her 3-year course, she had got most of the top awards. She is not proud of her achievements. She says that if one knows one's goal, one can get it. She is now at the top. She is the world's most wanted multi-percussionist. She has mastery over 1,000 instruments. Without hearing, she functions with ease. She learned French and mastered basic Japanese. She says that music pours in through every part of her body. At times, she plays the xylophone. She can sense the sound passing in her fingertips. She feels the sound of the drums when she leans on them. She removes her shoes on a wooden platform. She does so to feel the vibrations in her body. In 1991, she was awarded the Soloist of the Year award. It is the most famous award of the Royal Society. Master percussionist James Blade says that God may have taken her hearing, but He has given her something extraordinary. She has to work more harder than classical musicians. She gives regular concerts. She also gives free concerts in schools and hospitals. She gives priority to young musicians. She is an inspiration to the handicapped. She has given great pleasure to millions. Now let's talk about the other music maestro, that is Bismillah Khan. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of pungi in the palace. The reason was that it has a sharp and unpleasant sound. A barber thought to improve it. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem. He made 7 holes on its body. He played on it, closing and opening some of these holes. It produced a sweet sound. He played it before the royalty. It needed a name, so it was named after the player. He was a Nai barber. It was first played in the Shah's chamber, so it was named Shehnai. The sound of the Shehnai was considered auspicious, so it is played in temples and at weddings in North India. Earlier, it was part of the traditional music groups also. Ustad Bismillah Khan has brought it onto the classical stage. As a 5-year-old, Bismillah Khan played Gilli Danda near a pond in Bihar. This happened 80 years ago. This little boy later earned the Bharat Ratna. It is the biggest civilian honor. Bismillah Khan was born on March 21, 1916 in a family of musicians in Bihar. His grandfather Rasool Baks Khan was the Shehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpur king's court. His father and other ancestors were great Shehnai players. The young boy Bismillah Khan took to music early in life. At 3, his mother took him to maternal uncle's house in Banaras. He was attracted towards his uncle's practices, the Shehnai. Soon he started going with his uncle Ali Baks to the Vishnu temple in Varanasi to play the Shehnai. Soon he started practicing the playing of that instrument. For years, the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maiya and the banks of the Ganga became the places where he could practice. The flowing waters of the Ganga inspired him to invent new rag. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. The opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 became a big break for him. He became a Shehnai player on radio. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai on August 15, 1947. He played Rag Kafi. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances both in India and abroad. His first trip abroad was to Afghanistan. King Zahir Shah was deeply impressed by his Shehnai. He gave him priceless Persian carpets. Film director Vijay Bhatt was greatly impressed. He named his film Goonj Uthi Shehnai after the instrument. The film was a hit and his composition Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya became a record breaker. Bismillah Khan's music in films did not go beyond Vijay Bhatt's Goonj Uthi Shehnai and Vikram Srinivas' Kannada film Sanadhi Apana. He found the film word artificial and glamorous. He could not compromise with it. Awards came in plenty for him. He became the first Indian to perform at the Lincoln Center Hall in the USA. He took part in the World Exposition in Montreal, in the Cannes Art Festival and in the Osaka Trade Fair. National awards like the Padma Shri, the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan was conferred on him. In 2001, he was awarded India's biggest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. At this, he said, "Teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music." Bismillah Khan has travelled all over the world, but he is greatly fond of Banaras. A student of his once wanted him to head a Shehnai school in the USA. He promised to recreate an atmosphere of Banaras by making temples there. But Khan Saab asked him if he would transport River Ganga there. He says that whenever he is abroad, he yearns to see Hindustan, while in Mumbai he thinks of only Varanasi and the holy Ganga. And while in Varanasi, he misses the Matha in Bihar. Bismillah Khan's life, a great example. Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect example of the rich cultural heritage of India. It accepts that a Muslim like him can play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. So, to sum up the Sound of Music summary, we learn how much music can bind us together, and it is not limited to anyone as it is a universal language. So we can say that music is a language of heart and head. So I hope learners this summary will be helpful for you. You can check my other videos related to grade 7 and 8 English. The links are flashing on your screens. And if you like the video, comment in the comment section and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.